Hello, Philippine accountants. Joe DeChara, CPA extraordinaire, coming to you live from downtown Metro Manila for another amazing student interview. And tonight we have Almie. How are you, Almie?
I'm good, Joe. How about you?
I'm good. I like that calendar behind you.
Thank you, Joe.
Doggies up there. I like doggies.
Mm-hmm.
So so tell me a little bit about your journey. What were you doing before you started freelancing?
So actually, Joe, I'm currently working as a full-time employee. I'm currently working here in California. So before joining Bedrock, I don't know how to do my own tax preparation for my personal tax returns. So I fortunately saw the Accounting People's Group by Coach Yan Yan, and I reached out to her because she usually share a lot of online resources for those non accountants and accountants that wants to know more about it. So I reached out to her and see if she knows of any courses that I can take with regards to U.S. tax preparation. Bookkeeping and then also payroll. So that's the initial message that I sent her in the past. So she provided me your business, which is Bedrock Business Builders. So I decided to join and take up and enroll the course.
Awesome. So wait a second. You're actually in California.
Yes, yes, Joe.
Where where in California?
So I'm currently located in Fresno.
Ah, that's nice. That's a wine country.
Yes, that's correct, Joe.
Yeah, I've been there before. I had college friends that lived there, and I went to visit them. It's really nice there. How
Yes,
long
Joe.
have you been? How long have you been there?
So I've been like my family migrated here in the U.S. since 2011. It's just that I decided to finish my Bachelor of Science in Engineering, like electronics engineering in Mapua, in the Philippines. So once I came back, I still was able to get an experience with I hold on, sorry about this, Joe. So when I was in the Philippines, after taking up my finishing up my college, I decided to just started working for like an IT company, not related to my courses, and then got I got curious about learning about SAP, which is related to materials management and also finance and controlling. Those are the experience that I gained, but I only know basic knowledge about that. So when I came here to the US, 2018, so I came back after finishing and gaining some experience here in the US. So I was able to work on being a procurement specialist. So I was working on some purchase orders and also credit card reconciliations, but still curious about learning more about accounting. So I think my even if I finished engineering, my heart is with accounting because initially I
Really?
wanted to take accounting in the Philippines, but decided to do the engineering instead. But it's still good. Right now, I'm actually wanting to know more about accounting, and also I just inquired at the city college on how can I get the CPA exam. So yeah.
Oh wow. So yeah, I don't know. So where they actually brought the CPA exam to the Philippines. They
Correct.
they have two centers in Manila and one in Cebu.
Mm-hmm.
But you need an accounting. Well, I don't know if you need an accounting degree, but you need a certain amount of accounting credits.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But you might be. I don't know, but you'd have to find out. Actually, so you don't even have to take the you don't have to become certified in California. There's
Mm-hmm.
other states that number one, you don't have to uh, be a U.S. citizen. You don't have to live in the state, and they have different education requirements. we're actually doing a course on how to become a CPA. So you should look out for that because we're going to be giving, a lot of that information out. But that's interesting. So you're not even an accountant. I think you're the second student that took my tax course because they wanted to learn how to do their own income taxes.
Yes, Joe.
So, yeah, one was in Texas. She just finished a 5-week course. So let me ask you this. Are you comfortable now doing your own taxes?
So right now, I'm still kind of like concerned doing it on my own. That's why I also reached out to Mama Eileen to see if I can get if I can apply for internship with Bedrock Business Builders. So I still haven't reached out to Mama Ellen yet, but I will after this because Joe, I started like enrolling the course for the tax preparation since December. It's just that there's a lot of things that happened since then. So we just bought our house here in Fresno. So there's a lot of like back and forth. Yeah, like back and forth. I wasn't able to like focus more on doing this, but focus more on getting experience in. But I initially wanted to apply for internship so that I can gain more experience, knowing more of how accounting works here in the U.S. So
yeah, that's a good move because getting our interns get real hands-on experience,
mm-hmm.
and you get taxes, bookkeeping, accounting. So hopefully, and I know Eileen is on tonight, so you're listening, Eileen. So you have an applicant. So now, so you basically gave me a good background. You got. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Because it seems like your heart really isn't in what you're doing. It sounds like you want to become an accountant. Is that right?
Yes, Joe. So actually, initially when I reached out to Coach Yanyan, I think it was just last year. So I've been thinking even before I reached out to her, I've been thinking of opening a business with consulting and hiring Filipino VAs. That's because I really love to help people, especially Filipinos. So I wanted to be able to provide opportunities to Filipinos, getting some jobs for them too, to let them know that there's opportunity here in the U.S. too. So it's good that I was able to find accounting peoples and also Bedrock business builders, Joe, because I think for me, I think we share the same values. I just really wanted to help people. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely. You're in the right place because that's really near and dear to my heart. Once I started learning about the Philippine culture and my whole staff, all of my accountants and other Ellen and Janine and Aaron, they're all from the Philippines. I tried for decades to find people from the U.S. and other countries, and it just didn't match with my core values. So and then when I started the courses, I saw a real opportunity to help people. So yeah, we're aligned. We're aligned, and we'll talk about it more in the future. There's a lot of Philippine people in the United States. Okay. I know that because two of my friends, one was a nurse, and
Mm-hmm.
she said a lot of her nurses, because she was a supervisor,
Mm-hmm.
and she said a lot of her nurses were Filipinos. And my other friend, and he's my coach, Larry Broughton, owns hotels. And a
Mm-hmm.
lot of his people are Filipinos. And the reason for that is because people like you, the culture is, those are helping businesses. To be a nurse
Hmm.
uh, is you're helping people. The hotel industry is, they call it a hospitality service.
Yes.
So yeah, and I'm thinking, you could start a tax business in the United States, focusing just on the Philippine community, because my team approached me and asked me, hey, can we do, uh, some of our team members have relatives in the U.S., and they asked me, can we do their taxes for a discount? And I said, absolutely. But you're there. You're actually there. So we should talk about how you could set up your own tax business, and focus on those people. And it could go a lot further, but I know that if you're living in the United States, you got to file a tax return, right?
Yes, Joe.
And I don't think that there's too many Philippine tax preparers out there, so you would have a definite advantage. So I'd love to talk to you about that more. So
Yes,
you
Joe.
mentioned that you bought a house. Are you married?
Yes, Joe. I'm happily married with my longtime partner. So yeah, we're almost 3 years married this month.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Hmm.
So, and where is your family?
My family, they're here in Fresno. I originally, so me and my wife just stayed in the Bay Area the past 3 years. So my family, when we moved here in the U.S., we were staying in Fresno. So when we bought the house, we decided to just stay here in Fresno too because we cannot afford to buy a house in the Bay Area.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
know. I have a yeah. It's off the. It costs a lot of money to live in California.
correct.
A
That's
lot
correct
of
too.
money, even in yeah, Fresno, but the Bay Area, yeah, it's crazy. A lot of people are actually leaving California to go
Correct.
to states that are lower. Like, I have friends that moved from California to Texas because there's no
Hmm.
state income tax there.
Correct.
So tell me, which batch were you in?
So I enrolled with the 13-week course. I enrolled with the bundle, so 13-week and the 5-week short course, batch 4 on the 13th-week course, and batch 7 on the 5-week short course.
Okay, so that wasn't too long ago.
Correct. That was that I think that started December 2023,
Yeah.
just last year.
Okay. That's awesome. So, are you doing anything else to? Are you taking any other courses to enhance your skills?
Yes, so I actually also enrolled to Coach Yan Yan's Elite Batch 9. So I just doing the or watching the videos on my own pace because as I mentioned earlier, Joe, there was a transition moving to a new home where I didn't expect that a lot of things will need to be done, but
Oh,
I didn't
home
expect.
ownership is a whole nother world.
Correct. So I was so thankful with Mom Mylene too, being lenient with me and submitting my assignments. But I was able to submit everything on time too, so I was able to graduate on all the courses that I enrolled.
That's good, because not everybody graduates. Not
Correct.
everybody completes the course. Not everybody finishes the projects.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of reasons for that. Part of it is people just they feel overwhelmed. They don't think that they can finish it. Uh, some people actually get jobs and they just don't have the time. A number of
Mm-hmm.
our students actually got jobs before the course was even over. So
Correct.
and I said, that's great. That's great that you get a position. This is all about empowering people, showing them there's another way to make money. You don't have to struggle. You can be financially independent. and more importantly, be free to do what you want, when you want, with whoever you want,
I
right?
agree.
Yeah. So you're working. You have a full time job now.
Yes, yes, Joe. I'm working right now as a finance and procurement analyst. So I'm also thankful with the company that I get to work to because they allowed me to work remotely. So I was able to
Oh,
buy the house here in Fresno. So I
okay.
think I think being in the finance industry, there's a lot of opportunities, and then also it's good because I know in a couple of years ago, layoffs are happening. So I was also laid off due to no projects for the company I worked previously. So I like after 2 months, I was able to get another job, which is my current job. And I think being in the finance industry, there's a lot of like industries that you can work for. So initially, when I started working here as a full time here in the US, um, I started with a furniture company. My second job, full time employee, would be was furniture company, and now it's totally different industry, which is currently working at a biopharmaceutical company. So, but still related to finance.
Yeah, every company. Who was I telling this time? I just had a conversation with somebody about it. I said, every business needs accounting and bookkeeping.
Correct.
Every business has to file a tax return. So yeah, it doesn't matter what industry. Uh, they need accountants, and in the U.S. there's a serious shortage of
Shortage.
accountants, and
Yes.
that's one of the reasons why they put the CPA exam in the Philippines to attract more talent. And they're
Mm-hmm.
actually lowering the requirements uh, to become a CPA. I think somebody woke up and finally realized, hey, we need more accountants. So you're in the right place at the right time.
Yes,
And
Joe.
I'd love to follow up with you. We're putting together all the information on how you actually uh, can apply and all the requirements to be a CPA.
Mm-hmm.
You already have a bachelor's degree. You might. Did you take any accounting courses?
No, no, Joe. This is
Okay.
the first time that I enrolled for any accounting
So
certifications.
we could find out exactly what courses you need uh, and fill the gaps. Yeah, you can definitely do it. I mean, if you have an engineering degree, you definitely have the brains to do it. Uh, all you need is the will. All you need to want to do it. But
Yes.
let me let you in on something. You don't need a college degree to become a professional tax preparer. You could become you could actually start your own tax business. You only need a couple of things, and I could explain to you what they are. Total cost is about $32. You need a P10 and what they call an EFIN. The
Mm-hmm.
P10 is what goes on the tax return, and that you have to register with the IRS, and it's a suitability test. They want to know that you're not a criminal, that you don't owe taxes, and then the
Mm-hmm.
EFIN allows you to file electronically. So you
Wow.
don't really need that much. So we should talk because all you got to do is start spreading the word that you're doing income taxes, and you'll get clients, and I could help you uh, get them done. You just got to be comfortable enough to say, hey, you know what? I think I can do this. I wasn't I wasn't doing tax returns for that long before I started getting clients.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So all it really takes is the confidence and knowing what kind of information you need to get from the clients, and then you get the experience. Then you
Yes.
get the experience. But becoming an intern is definitely something that would help you.
Yes, Joe. I'm actually really looking forward to it because um, I know I need to gain experience in order to to be able to have this business that I foresee in the future. So in order to help them, I'm thinking that I should know how like the ins and outs of all of these before having
Yeah,
a business like that.
and the only way, I mean, you already got you're familiar with how the process works. You've done the practice test, the
Yep.
practice returns. Uh,
Correct.
so you're on the right track. You're
Yes.
definitely on the right track. And I love this because, I said, I keep saying, you don't have to have an accounting background to
Mm-hmm.
become a tax preparer. Okay. We have Eileen didn't do accounting. I mean, she has an accounting degree, but she didn't work in an accounting firm.
Mm-hmm.
Lou, our operations manager, never worked in an accounting firm. I've taken people that had no accounting background and taught them how to do it. So a lot of people don't realize you don't need a college degree to do tax returns. You don't need an accounting degree to do tax returns.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's it. That's it in a nutshell. So hopefully people are watching and saying, you know what? I never knew I can become an accountant. Because right now, Almy is probably uh, the best opportunity that I've seen. I'm doing this over 40 years, and I've seen a lot of different opportunities pop up. For instance, when computers first came out, that's how old I am. There was an opportunity to show people how to computerize their books,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then QuickBooks came out, and there was an opportunity to show people how to use QuickBooks. And then this whole other industry popped up with having uh, solving tax problems, tax problem resolutions. Now there's big companies, and if you're in the United States, you probably hear a lot of ads for
Correct.
tax resolution firms. When I started doing that, they didn't exist. They didn't exist. So I've seen all these different like niches pop up.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen the opportunities that there are for accountants now. So for people that already have an accounting degree, you could go and become a CPA. All you got to do is study for the test. And I know it's not an easy test, but once you have that CPA designation, your earning power goes up exponentially.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And then you have people like you that didn't have an accounting background, but you can study and you could learn and you could get the experience if you
Yes.
want to, because it's only going to get worse. And when I say worse, it's going to get the amount of accountants in the US is not going up. It's
Mm-hmm.
not going up. 75% of the accountants right now are at or near retirement age. So think about it. And there's not enough accounting students coming into the profession. The only solution that I see short term is people like you, people specifically Philippine accountants. And you want to know why? Would you like to know why that is?
Yes, Joe.
'Cause I know. We have a long history. Uh, First, you were occupied by the Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
Then you were occupied by the US. We were here for decades. Okay. And then you became independent, I think, after World War II or during World War II. So the culture, you already have, and I see it when I'm here, it's very aligned with the US culture. and especially from when I was growing up. When I was growing, things are a lot different now because uh, technology. When I was growing up, the mother and father didn't work. I mean, the father usually worked, but the mom stayed home with the children, right? Now
Yes.
it's in the United States. Now it's like the mother and father both work, and they send the kids to daycare. What I
Mhm.
see in the Philippines, it reminds me of when I was a child. It reminds you very family oriented, uh,
Correct.
very rooted, you know, very good core values. So that's why the Philippine culture is very works very well in the American system.
Yes.
So that, and I'm saying that from experience. I'm saying that I couldn't have scaled my business without my Filipino team, and that's I see the opportunities in for them in the United States. So you're in the right place,
Yes,
Almie.
Joe. I can
So
tell that.
congratulations. So yeah,
Thanks,
I
Joe.
want you to keep in touch with me. Let's keep talking. And I think that's all I got. You gave us a lot of information. I think you're going to inspire a lot of people, and that's what we do this for. That's what
Yes,
we
Joe.
do this for. So that's our story. We're sticking with it, folks. Would you like to give any final thoughts, some words of wisdom?
So just be curious, and embrace challenges and see that as opportunities for you to learn. So
Yes.
so much looking forward to all of the certification courses that business builders, Bedrock business builders are offering too. So
Yes.
definitely
Thank you
enroll.
so much. I'm glad you found us. I'm glad you took the
Yes,
course. And I have the Jumpstart PH
correct.
banner going. If so, are you familiar with the Jumpstart?
Definitely, Joe. I've been
Okay.
following your page too, so I also have that membership with Jumpstart.
Okay. And the whole thing about Jumpstart is to help people like you get into the accounting business in the US. Either, you start out by working remotely. You're already doing that. You're blessed to
Hmm.
be able to be with a company that allows that. The
Correct.
next step, which is where you're at, is to start getting clients.
Yes,
And if you work with me, I guarantee you by this tax season, you will have clients
yes, Joe.
if you're
I'll
ready
definitely
for them.
reach out.
If
I'll
you're
definitely
ready.
reach out to you. Yes,
Okay.
Joe.
All
Thank you so
right,
much.
everybody. I like to also invite people to chat with me. All you got to do is go to timewithjoe.com. If you're like Almy, you want to get into the accounting business in the United States, book a chat with me. Just put in the notes that you watched this episode with Almy, so I know where you found me, and that's it. God bless everybody. It's weekend time. Tomorrow morning we have a Jumpstart webinar with Cap Hernandez. He talks about being successful as an introvert. Okay, and I know a lot of accountants are introverts, so he usually puts on a good talk. So uh,
Yes, Joe.
that's it, everybody. God bless, and thank you all for commenting. Thank you for watching again, and we'll see you again next week. Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you.
good weekend.
Have a great weekend.